So I wanted to make this video because becoming obsessed with something, whether it be like a hobby or an idea, has been something that I've been guilty of for as far back as I can remember. Over the years, there's been several hobbies that I can think back on that I've been absolutely obsessed with at the time, and they've become all I can think about day in, day out. So one example was, in the past, I dove really deep into fishing, and I'd go as often as I could, and I'd be spending way too much time and money on it. Another example would be running. I got super into running and ended up with loads and loads of injuries because I'd run like 4, 5, 6 times a week at least, and was just overdoing it all the time. And those injuries then just stopped me in my tracks. I can never have a hobby that I kind of just enjoy doing maybe once or twice a week. Once I've got it in my head, I want to be doing it day in, day out, every spare minute. And if I can't, I'm going to be watching videos on it, how to improve, what other people do, where else I can do it near me, tips, hints, tricks, or I'll just be talking to people about how much I enjoy that thing, and it then becomes like my entire personality. So my most recent obsession is golf. I started when I was like, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years ago. So when I was 15, 16, something like that. And I started by just hitting a few balls on the range with my dad and my brother, like nothing serious at all. And then I started again last year with just a couple of the guys from where I used to work, and we just go to pitch and putt, super casual again. And since that point, my obsession with it has just grown. I'll go to the driving range every spare minute I have, and I'll play a full 18 holes as often as I possibly can as well. Not only is this taking up so much time, but it's also the money. It's so expensive. It's tough because on one hand, I think it's great that I can get so fully invested in one thing, but on the other hand, and I'd say this is probably where it turns into the obsession, or it's like an unhealthy relationship with it, I'll start to sacrifice things that need to be done for this thing. So the things that I want to do, i.e. golf, takes over and pushes out the things that need to be done. And I think that's where the real unhealthy relationship starts to kind of creep in through the back door. I think it starts to become really unhealthy when my time away from doing that thing is spent just thinking about that thing, whether it be ways to improve, get better, or what I need to buy in order to get better. So not only does this mean that I'm distracted, but I'm also then making compulsive decisions and purchases based upon wanting to be better at this thing and my obsession with this thing at the time. And that then seems to eat into all aspects of my life. So like in terms of being distracted, I could be in a full-blown conversation with someone, and although to them it might look as though I'm paying attention, like in my head I'm on the tee box, stood there ready to hit the shot of a lifetime and get on the tour. Or I could be fully aware of how expensive a certain piece of kit is, or just how expensive practicing is in general. But I'm so obsessed with this thing that I can't reason with myself because I want to feed that obsession. I think this is related to my ADHD in that I feel as though I'm in some sort of extended hyperfocus where my brain seems to filter out anything it sees as being irrelevant. So as horrid as it seems, conversations, boring tasks, errands, or in my case at the minute, just about everything other than golf. And it then hones in on making the smallest, most strange connections to golf that it possibly can in order for me to feed that obsession and desire to talk about it, to speak to people about it when they might not have meant it in any sort of golfy way whatsoever. So no one else is seeing the connection that I've made other than me, because I'm already coming at it from a point of golf is kind of my baseline, and any way that I can connect to that baseline, if they mention like, I don't know, the letter T, I'll be like, ooh, golf tee. I haven't found any healthy way of managing this, and like I said at the start, it's been a real problem throughout my whole life in terms of like how invested I get in certain things. So I'm making this video more as like a cry for help, I guess, or just a request for anyone that's got any advice or can help on how to manage this. So if you have the same issue and you found ways of getting on top of it in a healthy way whereby you can do the thing and enjoy it, but also get what you need to get done, and it not take over your entire life. I'd be super grateful if you could let me know any sort of strategies and things down in the comments. That would be amazing. Thanks again for watching, and thanks in advance for any advice, tips you might give down in the comments. Anyway, see you in the next video. Ciao.